My goal with hunting lessons is to help break down the barriers to entry for hunting, and one of the biggest barriers going is not having a place to hunt. If you're looking for the resources that are going to show you where you can hunt, this episode's going to be gold because I'm going to lay some out for you. Up next, I'm your host Evan. Welcome to Hunting Lessons. Thanks for joining me on Hunting Lessons. This is the episode I've been looking forward to making the most because so many people are looking for this information. I've seen so many folks asking questions online, looking for places to hunt, but unless you luck into somebody who's taking pity on you, chances are you're not going to get anywhere. Having started hunting later in life without a mentor, it was only a handful of years ago that I was asking them same questions, so I get it. This is going to be our Teach a Man to Fish episode. I'm not going to give you places to hunt, but I'm going to give you the resources so that you can find places on your own. This episode marks our 10th video over this first month, and I wanted to give a big thanks for all the awesome feedback. And to my growing list of subscribers, your support is confirmation that you appreciate what I'm doing and you want to see more. So thank you. For my new viewers, thanks for joining me. Make sure you check out our past episodes like sighting and setting up ground blinds, finding game with trail cams, and our gear episodes like clothing, packs, and footwear. Also, hunting season starts for me this weekend, so there's lots more good stuff to come. So make sure you subscribe down below and follow us at Hunting Lessons on Instagram, and so you make sure you catch all the future episodes that we've got coming. Now for the good stuff, let's lay out the resources. Wherever you are, chances are at some point someone has pulled a county landowner map and put it on the internet. So my first tip is to do a Google search and check and see if you can find the county landowner map that you're looking for, and you might luck into finding it. Once you get the names from the landowner map, you can do some phone number searching and you can probably get in touch with some landowners. Better yet, go out and do some door knocking with your map in hand, and then you can speak smartly to the landowners whose property you're looking to access. And chances are you're going to have better success face-to-face talking to the landowners than you are with a cold call. Now the great thing about county landowner maps is not only will they show you the private land, they'll also show you the public land. And as a public landowner, that's your land, so get out and use it. Now, I'll advise you to make sure you familiarize yourself with any regulations or conditions for a particular piece of public land before you access. Because in some cases, there might be conditions such as having permits or carrying certain documentation before you access a piece of land. Also, there's states and provinces where the government has leased out the public land for things like grazing, and your access to that land is contingent upon you contacting the leaseholder and abiding by the conditions that are laid out in the lease for that particular piece of property. Now I'll pass on an Alberta specific point here, and that's to check the Alberta Parks and Environment Recreation and Public Use website. Now that site is going to lay out all the provincial natural areas, and it'll spell out which ones are accessible to you for hunting. The site outlines any documentation or permits you might need for a particular public land use zone or wildland provincial park. Also, through a map tool, it's going to give you the contact information for leaseholders, for grazing leases, and heritage rangelands, and spell out any conditions of access to that particular lease. Something else you can check out that's not public land but can provide some great hunting opportunities is land that's owned by conservation organizations. Organizations like Ducks Unlimited or Nature Conservancy of Canada or your local conservation association will often feature their project properties on their website, and those are properties that you can then go search for and find. NCC even has an online booking website where you can go get the list of properties and with a calendar for what days they're available for you to go hunt, and you can sign up right then and there online. Here in Alberta, the Alberta Conservation Association has a great app called the Alberta Discover Guide that lays out a whackload of properties right across the province that you can access to go hunting. Now there's one last resource I wanted to show you, and that is the iHunter app. I would be lying if I said I was not looking at this app nearly daily. iHunter covers most Canadian jurisdictions, most of the Northwest states, and a few others. I highly recommend you go check it out. Although there is a subscription fee to it, it is a crucial tool to my hunting planning every year. iHunter gives me the wildlife management units and county boundaries overlaid over either Google Maps, satellite imagery, or topo maps. It also ties into the regs and lays out the season date particulars for each species in each unit. For a fee, I can also pick up county landowner maps, and when I do that, that's when I'm going to see things like Ducks Unlimited or NCC parcels of land show up on my map. Now, I like that so much, I've picked up most of the county landowner maps within day hunt distance of where I am here. Some of the map layers are also cacheable, so before I go out, I make sure that I've gone through all the imagery that I'm going to need on the ground, so that once I get out a cell signal, which happens a lot when you go into the foothills, I've got all the imagery that I need for my hunt. Also, the app ties into my cell phone GPS so that when I'm out, I can see, as accurate as the GPS on my cell phone is, where I am on the map. Now I'll throw out there that I'm giving this plug on my own accord. I'm just a fan of the app and I really think you should check it out because it is a great tool. Door knocking for private land is sometimes necessary depending on how much public land there is around you, but it can be a frustrating experience. I hope with what I've laid out here that I've opened the floodgates for you of new places to hunt and that I've removed one major barrier from your successful hunting season. I'll put a raft of links to what I've covered in the show notes down below and you can check those out to start finding new places to hunt. If you found this video useful, please subscribe down below and I would love for you to pass it on. I'm just an average hunter with a handful of years under my belt, so the struggles and lesson learned of being new are still fresh. But from those learnings, I would love to be able to help anyone that wants to hunt. So if there's anything that you want to see on future episodes of Hunting Lessons, by all means drop me a line at contact@huntinglessons.net. Well folks, that's it for today. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, keep learning.